Rock Creek. What's happening with all my good people out there in the free world today, man? Hey, it is an absolute pleasure to be back here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? At this round table, you feel me? I felt like coming to spend a little bit of time with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had other things that I had planned out as for how I was going to do my day. And then that ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting changed at the last minute, you know what I'm saying? So I had the opportunity to hop on this live with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Spend a little bit of time. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. I actually want to tell y'all a short little story about a person that I was in the cell with, you know what I'm saying? He was in High Desert State Prison with me. This was back in 2007, I believe, right? The B Yard, right? Okay. This dude was a serial killer, right? He called his name was Psych. He called himself Psycho Mike, right? But he wasn't gang affiliated. He wasn't from nowhere. He was out of L.A., Inglewood specifically. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't a gang member. Okay, so anyway, however, oh, and by the way, if the video happened to go in and out, please bear with me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how these lies be. You know what I mean? It'll work with us, and then technology will go against us. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, dude was a non-affiliate. So when I had first got to High Desert State Prison, that's who I landed in the cell with, fresh off the bus. You know what I'm saying? So we were cellies for probably about a month. You know what I'm saying? So within that month, I got a chance to know this dude, right? Come to find out, you know what I'm saying? He was a serial killer. You know what I mean? And how I found that out, one day we chilling and we happened to go on lockdown. So he tell me, he like, look, he like, I want to show you these pictures real quick. I want to show you what I be doing when they be coming, with the searches and all this and that, right? So I'm like, all right. So this fool going this paperwork, and he pull out, when you go to trial and you are fighting a 187, a hot one, right? They give you the photograph evidence, you know what I'm saying? Meaning if somebody got unalive, they're gonna take pictures of the scene, the crime scene, all that. So they give you those pictures, and also you get the autopsy pictures of the body cut up and all that, right? The whole nine. So bam, this dude, Psycho Mike, had all these pictures of the crime scene, the bodies, the autopsies, all this crazy shit, right? So he go in his paperwork and he pulled these pictures out, and I'm looking through these pictures, right? And he's describing to me like while I'm looking through them, he ain't he he know that I'm tripping, like, bro, because the first person that he ended up unaliving, I guess they was friends or they was connected somehow. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, Psycho Mike stabbed him to death, right? Stabbed him to death, then took that person's car, stuffed that person's body in the passenger side on the floorboard. You know where you sit in the passenger seat and your legs and feet go? Where he stuffed the body down up in there, right? Like balled up. They had pictures of it, right? And drove around in that person's car with the body, with the unalive body right there in the passenger, um, uh, the floorboard, right? So while he's driving this person around, driving around in this person's car with that body right there, he go unalive a female, right? Cut her body parts, stuffed it in the trunk, right? And proceeded on with his day. And you know, while he's doing this, he's stopping smoking blunts and all this and that. Like they tracked his every movement. They even took pictures of the blunts that he smoked because he was smoking and then throw it out. You know what I'm saying? Or he drunk some shit and left the open container there. So they got pictures of all this as well as the bodies, right? So this dude showing me this, I'm like, I'm talking about gruesome, as gruesome as it can get. You know what I'm saying? Put no extras on it. This dude was crazy, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I get to all that. But so bam. So I'm looking through these pictures. I said, "You be pulling these out when they do the surgery?" Like, yeah. He said because when they come in and they see this, you know what I'm saying? Like they mind be focused on coming in there and turning your cell upside down. This type of stuff right here stops them in their track. So I'm looking at him while talking, like this dude crazy. This dude crazy as hell, right? So I'm like, so you finna leave these pictures out? He like, watch. So bam, he leave the pictures out. They come search us. Nothing in the cell was touched. You know what I mean? They searched in there, but the disrespect that they usually would do when they search your cell like that, and this was on one of the big searches too, where they searching the whole entire prison, right? They will typically go in there and turn your cell upside down. Not in this case with him. They looked at him like he was just gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you pull these pictures out and leave them out like that? You know what I'm saying? But it got us some leniency on how they chose to search our cell that day, right? Now, see, I bring y'all this story because I spoke the other day about landing in the cell with crazy people. And this is one, but I also learned some stuff from him because he was real good with electronics, fixing electronics, and you know what I'm saying? You know, I learned some stuff from him just being in the cell and just watching, you know what I'm saying? So, I picked up, you know, uh, uh, the ability to fix on electronics here and there. You know what I'm saying? Not as good and as skilled as he was, but you know what I'm saying? I did learn. You know what I mean? But this is a person, man, that had multiple homicides. You know what I'm saying? And didn't have no problem with glamorizing it to whoever. You know what I'm saying? And I just found it to be strange, you know what I mean, that he utilized that as a tactic to, you know what I mean. But nobody messed with him. You feel me? Like he didn't have no problems with no other inmates, or you know what I'm saying. The police didn't really go out their way to, because they knew he was the dude that worked on everybody's stuff, that was fixing different appliances and shit for people that didn't know how to fix it themselves. So they gave him that leniency to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like out of the norm to go in his cell and it'd be like three or four TVs in there opened up that he's actually working on, trying to fix for people. You know what I'm saying? Charles Stepney, what's up, big bro? I see you, man. Thank you for joining the roundtable this morning. I know this live was unexpected for, you know what I'm saying, our roundtable family, but like I said, man, I'ma always show up for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Try to put something on the table for my peoples, man, you know what I mean? Just make it a learning experience as always, you know what I mean? I was thinking about the different people. Was another dude named Bam from Fortray I was in the cell with, right? This was in Calipatria State Prison on the Sea Yard. We had just got out the hole. Me, the homie Dre Boy from Southside Village, and my homie Evil Bone from Do Rock, right? We had all three of us had just got out the hole uh, uh, for battery, right? Uh, so bam, I end up in the cell with Bam from Fortray. So he was a homie. You know what I'm saying? But oh my God, bro, this dude was crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I used to trip because his birthday was on the same day as mine's. And it's a rarity to find somebody that had the same exact birthday that I have. So if y'all know what my birthday is, then you know, like wow, that's crazy. So his birthday was the same day as mine. So when I seen how crazy he was, I'm like, wait a minute, bro, you the same, you know, sign as me. You know what I'm saying? Like you a Pisces, bro. You damn, am I crazy like this dude? But nah, bro, listen, we in the cell, I wasn't in the cell with him long at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the things that he did, right? He was a paranoid schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to the point where one night, sleep is probably like 2, 3 in the morning, right? And something tell me to open my eyes. So I open my eyes, the bright light in the cell is on. And this dude is pacing around back and forth in the cell. He's sweating. You know what I'm saying? His eyes is red. You know what I'm saying? He got a crazy ass look on his face, right? And he just pacing back and forth. And I look in his hand, he got a knife in his hand, right? So I jump up. I said, man, what's wrong with you? Right? Oh man, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of that. And this and that and blah blah blah. But he pacing back and forth and he looking down. He not looking at me while he talking and none of that, right? Right? So all I'm thinking, I'm like, this dude is on one. It's 2 or 3 in the morning and he got a knife in his hand. And it's only me and him in the cell. Why you got that knife out? Why you got the knife in your hand, bro? And you mad, you agitated, pacing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, my mind is, oh, I'm gonna have to do something to him, right? So bam, he's explaining what it was. Like I said, he was a paranoid schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking that the people next door to us is plotting on him. He thought he heard them, plotting to get him, right? This nigga's hearing shit. It was essays next door to us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's 2 or 3 in the morning though. So I'm trying to bring him back. I'm like, bro, I said, listen, I said, do you not understand what you're doing right now? And I said, it's damn near 3 o'clock in the morning and you pacing back and forth. I said, we locked inside the cell and you got a strap in your hand. So he stopped, he looked at the strap, then he looked at me like he was shocked and said, oh, this ain't for you, homie. This ain't for you. No, no, you a Trey. You a Trey. I would never. I said, look, I said, think about this though. Because at that time, I didn't remember. I had just got out the hole. I didn't have a knife, right? But best believe, after that day, that very like hours later, because like I said, it was 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? After that little episode, I went and got one, right? And I told him, I said, hey, I said, I didn't like how you was, you know what I'm saying, in here pacing back and forth with that knife in your hand at 3 in the morning. Like that was some J-Cat shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting you know, I put the strap out, like we both got one now. So the next time you had an episode, I'm gonna jump down and join you, right? He's like, no, 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 no. Oh, I'm just letting you know, cause I don't know if that was, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit threw me off. So yeah, man, bro was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I just tripped like this dude birthday the same as mine's, and you know what I'm saying? This dude the same sign that I am, but he crazy as hell. Like, do I have those type of characteristics about myself that I might not know? Cause he was acting like he didn't know that he was a crazy motherfucker for real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that was another one. You know what I'm saying? And then I think I told y'all about the dude that when I was in New Folsom and I had just got out the hold in, ended up in the cell with him, right? Uh Older Crip, you know what I'm saying? That was the dude I'm pretty sure I told y'all the story, man, but this fool had newspaper clippings of diesel trucks only all over the cell. Black and white newspaper clippings and magazine clippings and all. I'm talking about hundreds. Just diesel trucks, nothing else, right? So when I get in there, I look, I'm like, I said, what's up with the diesel trucks, right? Oh, I got a cold fascination for them diesel trucks, man. That's what I'm gonna do when I get out of prison and this and that and blah blah blah, right? So I'm like, oh man, I done landed with another one. I definitely got to make my stay short here, right? You have no power on who you when you go to the hole, you know what I'm saying? And you get out the hole, they gonna put you in the cell with whichever available space is open. If he got a crip on his card, you're gonna 9 times out of 10 end up in there with him. You know what I'm saying? So bam, I had no power on going in the cell with that man. You know what I mean? But man, we get in there, man, and this dude. One day we talking. I'm sitting there. I'm sitting on the bunk, chilling, and he's walking around in the cell doing different things, talking. We talking to each other back and forth. So while we talking, I see him grab his toothbrush. And he go over to the bathroom area, and he pick up a can of Ajax, right? So while we talking, I'm watching. I'm like, what are you finna do with that Ajax? He got his toothbrush in one hand. He got the Ajax can in another. So he starts sprinkling the Ajax on his toothbrush. So I'm looking. I said, this nigga finna scrub the toilet and sink. Okay, right? Nah, he sprinkled that shit on his toothbrush, man, and got the right? Ajax uncut. So I said, hey, I said, was that Ajax in that can? He was like, yeah. I said, and you using that to brush your? He like, yeah. I'm like, wow. Ajax, you know, Ajax got bleach and all that shit in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was a first for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure for a lot of y'all that hear this, it's gonna be a first for y'all. If you knew anybody that ever brushed their mouth with Ajax, you know what I'm saying, laced with bleach and all that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. For real, for real. All right, Roderick's Choice. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for tapping in, man. Thank you for joining the live. This was an unexpected live, you know what I'm saying? I thought I'd hop on here, you know what I mean, and then share a couple of stories with y'all. A couple of crazy people that I ended up in the cell with, man. You know, that happens when you go to jail. You sometimes you have zero control on who you end up in there with. And you know what I'm saying? I had another dude that had came from death row. You know what I'm saying? Came, they had let him off death row, and this dude, man, was, you know, that one didn't last long either. You know what I'm saying? He was out the IE area. You know what I mean? But this dude, man, was so crazy and militant and burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Where it was kind of hard to try to have a conversation with him. I remember him trying to line up a play to get him a phone, right? So I had set it up to borrow somebody's phone at that time, right? This is years ago. Get the phone in there. He called his daddy, and the way he talking to his daddy, I'm like, bro, you talking to him like just anybody off the street. He, nigga, just had the motherfucking money, nigga. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, people will come to the cell, you know what I'm saying, and try to holler, check up on you, make sure you straight and all this and that. And he would be standing there like one of them Russian soldiers and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you walk, I mean, not Russian, the British, but the ones that stand there and you can go say do anything damn near in front of them and they're not moving, they're not breaking. You know what I'm saying? They formation and none of that. That's how he was. You feel me? And you know, I told him, I said, hey man, like we're gonna have to find you another spot to go to. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that you function and get down, you know what I'm saying? It ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're a man, you're a grown man, so you can do you afar. You know what I'm saying? But the way you doing you don't mesh with me and how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, all right. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to cut this one on off, man. I just wanted to tap in with my round table family, you know what I'm saying? Let y'all know that I've been thinking about y'all, you know what I mean? And always want to share, willing to share with y'all, you know what I mean? Shout out to my girl Golden, the beautiful Golden, my co-host, you know what I mean? We gonna definitely have her back on, you know what I'm saying? ASAP. She stayed with the bomb stuff, you know what I'm saying? And she bring to the round table for us all, you know what I mean? She contribute a lot to the show. From day one, she always been there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, shout out to Golden, man, you know what I mean? We love and miss you here, you know what I mean? And we're gonna try to get her back on very, very, very soon, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, hey, I don't want to hold y'all up too much longer. I appreciate you all, man. You know what I'm saying? Roderick said, when you getting back on? Hey, I don't know, man. Probably I might drop another video, bro. later on today, maybe tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have a little consistency with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, when I ain't able to do the lives like this, I'm dropping the videos. So y'all make sure y'all hit the bell button. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta always tap in. When you hit the notification bell, they letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Either we going live or we dropping the video. You know what I'm saying? We active on the channel. So make sure y'all hit that notification bell. It's not gonna charge you nothing. It's all for free. Even to subscribe, share the content, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some good content, original. You know what I'm saying? We trying to, keep it cracking for our people, man. This is a space family. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all choose to come sit at this round table with us, y'all family, man. We not coming here to jerk y'all leg. You know what I'm saying? No WWE, none of that. No fake, made up narratives. You know what I'm saying? None of that. We grown over here. You know what I mean? And on top of that, if y'all got anything that y'all want to contribute to the show, like I said, man, this is us. Y'all are just as important as me and Golden. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help. Y'all come to this round table and y'all make the table complete. You know what I'm saying? So jump in the comment section if y'all have anything that y'all want to discuss or y'all want us to bring up on the show, man, please jump in the comment section, put it in there. You know what I'm saying? I try to answer all comments. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Y'all always respectful, so I don't have to ask you to be respectful or none of that, because this is family. Like I said, those of us that sit at this round table, we love each other. We encourage each other, you know what I'm saying, and all that. It's not to tear nobody down or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We got a specific destination. You know what I'm saying? End goal. You know what I'm saying? And we stand on point. We not cheating the game. We not trying to get bumped to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? We gonna take our bumps and bruises like we supposed to throughout our journey, getting where we gonna get to. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? Slow motion is better than no motion. You know what I mean? On that note, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed out there. Stay tapped into the Swang Low Podcast Show. And if you ain't already did it, man, please like, comment, and subscribe and share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we gonna keep it cracking. I love and appreciate you all, man. Y'all stay safe out there, stay hydrated. Golden, I love you, beautiful. Tell Bear I love her. Tell Ant, love him too, man. Y'all have a wonderful day, man. Till the next time, triple gang.